Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Abby Smith. Donald Trump has arrived in Washington for his first court appearance on 4 new charges related to his attempts to overturn the 2020 presidential election result. The court is just a few blocks from the Capitol building where Mr Trump's election defeat resulted in the January 6 riot. The charges against the former president include conspiring to defraud the United States. Back home, opposition leader Peter Dutton has been accused of a scare campaign over The Voice. The PM went on the attack after a move to censor him failed 90 votes to 52.
Those opposite, and particularly this leader of the opposition, seeks political advantage rather than trying to come together. Makarrata means a coming together after struggle. It's as simple as that.
A federal inquiry into how insurance companies handled last year's East Coast flooding is being expanded. It'll now examine a wide range of issues in the sector, including skyrocketing premiums and delays in processing claims. The author of the explosive Hawthorne racism report has been charged with more than 70 fraud offences. It's alleged 60-year-old Phil Egan siphoned hundreds of thousands of dollars from the Murray Valley Aboriginal Cooperative. He's due to face the Magistrates Court on August 11. A teenager has reportedly been quizzed by Victoria Police over the so-called Dicky Leaks scandal. Explicit images of 45 football players were shared online, many believed to have been doctored or faked. Police say at this stage there's insufficient evidence to lay any charges. The Defence Force has confirmed human remains may have been found during the recovery operation at a helicopter crash in Queensland. 4 servicemen were killed when their MRH-90 Taipan plunged into the ocean last Friday night. Finally, some relief for sufferers of chronic migraines with the medication VY-Epti now added to the PBS. Before being subsidised, it could cost up to $6,000 per year. Now it'll just be $30 per script. Neurologist Professor Richard Stark says it gives patients more treatment choices.
It's really important to have the option of a different one if the patient's not getting adequate control with the medications we have available.
It's D-Day for the Port Adelaide Football Club and the concussion saga. After issuing the power with a please explain at the start of the week, the AFL is set to hand them a massive fine over their failure to follow the concussion guidelines during Showdown 54. The loss of draft picks or premiership points are believed to be off the table. And just 2 lucky winners of last night's $100 million Powerball jackpot. One winning ticket was a 10-member syndicate from Sydney. The other comes from Victoria. Entertainment and sport next. Round 21 of the AFL kicks off tonight with Richmond taking on the Bulldogs. The Tigers going to tonight's clash without Dusty Martin and Trent Cotchin. Toby Nankervis and Jayden Short come back into the lineup. Coach Andrew McQualter not too worried about the 5-day break.
Players are really keen to get back out there, and we learned a few good lessons last week. Melbourne are a great team, and we get to play another great team, so we're excited to go.
For the Bulldogs, Liam Jones makes his return after suffering a broken arm. In the NRL, the Roosters have beaten the Seagulls 26-16 to kick off round 23 of the NRL. In tonight's games, it's the Titans taking on the Warriors and the Panthers versus the Storm in the late game. At the Women's World Cup, South Korea has drawn with Germany 1-1, while Morocco took a win over Colombia 1-0. Sam Kerr has completed her most thorough training session with the Aussie side since injuring her calf 2 weeks ago. The Matildas take on Denmark in their round of 16 clash on Monday. And in tennis, Alex de Minaur is through to the quarterfinals of the Los Cabos Open. He takes on American Tommy Paul for a place in the semis. In entertainment news, singer Lizzo is losing followers on social media as she fights controversial claims by 3 former dancers. She's been accused of sexual harassment and body shaming. She's denied the claims but has already seen more than 123,000 fans unfollow her on Instagram. It seems LA police aren't mucking around when it comes to Taylor Swift being in town. The Sheriff's Department says they're providing a ton of officers similar to the Super Bowl for the superstar to hit the town on her Eras tour. And despite nothing being locked in, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is eating more than 4,000 calories a day to prepare to fight Twitter boss Elon Musk. Zuck's reportedly training with UFC fighters and revealed his Macca's order online, which included 20 nuggets, a quarter pounder and desserts, as he waits to see if the fight will even go ahead between the billionaires. And that's the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.